I'm Michael Robinson with the San Francisco 49ers, former quarterback of the Penn State Nittany Lions. And we're here at the 49er facility at training camp, the second day, but first day in pads. Today I want to talk about, some of the challenges of incoming rookies. This is the first time in our lives that you're going to get paid to play football. I think on the field stuff is some of the easier things that they have to adjust to. They're all great athletes, and eventually your body will catch up to the speed of the game. But I think it's the off the field things that you really have to focus on. You're getting paid. It is your job. You don't have to worry about school. You have to worry about family asking for money. You have to worry about friends asking for money. And that can get to be a burden on you sometimes. And I think everybody has to have no men in there, or no people in their people that they associate with. Mine is my wife. She tells people no for me. That way I won't look like the bad guy. I think also that rookies have to understand. Your friend's gonna come to you and say, "Oh man, you're changing up on me. You're changing. Don't be fake." You're not gonna change, but your environment is gonna change because you have money and you're getting paid to play this game of football. My advice is enjoy the game of football. This is what you do for a living. This is what you did your whole life. Play the game of football. Have people around you to deal with all the other outside factors, but you focus on football and you'll be fine.
Now, is that something, are these lessons something that rookies tend to learn the hard way? Do they pick it up as they go along? Do the veterans take it upon themselves to take the players aside? Is it the coach's job? Is it the player's responsibility to speak up and ask for a mentor? Where do you see that responsibility falling?
Well, it depends on the team. Here at the 49ers, we draft character guys. We get character guys in here. So as a rookie, you come in and you're going to get some guys that's going to take you under their wing. But you can't count on that. You have to be able to see guys and see their mistakes and learn from them if you don't want to learn the hard way. I think most rookies learn the hard way. I think most of us are from single-parent households, grew up in single-parent households, never had much, and now all of a sudden you go from getting in college $50 a month in college, and now you're getting $10,000 and $11,000 checks every week. That's the biggest thing you have to adjust to. Coming from not having money and now you're having money, and save your money, because especially rookies this year, because the lockout is looming, so save it.
What was the first moment for you as a professional where you kind of sat back and obviously you knew you were going to the NFL, you knew that things would be different, but what was that first moment for you where you kind of really sat back and it hit home that life is not going to be the same anymore as a professional football player?
Well, probably when I got my signing bonus. When I got my signing bonus and I looked at my bank account and I realized all the things that I was able to buy, I was able to do, not only for myself, but for my family, for my mother, if she wanted a house or if she wanted a car, whatever it may be. And then the phone started ringing, whether it be distant family members, whether it be friends that never did anything for you, that think they're your friend, whether it be even some of your closest friends. All of a sudden they have business ideas. All of a sudden they want you to invest in things that they don't even have a business plan for. So it's one of those things where you have to use your knowledge, be smart. I think that's why I stayed in Penn State 5 years. I wanted to get that education and get the know-how to be able to make my own decisions.
Now, what are your thoughts on these rookies coming out? Jamarcus Russell was guaranteed $27 million. I think Stafford last year, I think it was 46, 47 million. Guys that haven't proved anything on the pro level with that enormous amount of money in their pocket. And you have some veterans who, might get drafted in the 5th, 6th round who come out and produce, and in their 2nd, 3rd, 4th year after having proved things in the league aren't making nearly as much money. What do you think about striking that balance, and do you think the league does a good job with it?
Well, personally, that's not an issue for me. First of all, I don't draft the guys in the 1st round. I'm not sitting in boardrooms and war rooms during the draft, and I'm not there negotiating the contract. So that's more of a front office ownership issue. And I think sometimes players, sometimes in the media, it gets skewed that it's a player-to-player issue when it's not. It's a player-to-front office issue. I'm happy with guys making money. I'm not trying to take anything from them. I just want more myself. You know what I mean? But if they get it, more power to them. If people don't want the rookie contracts being so big, don't pay them so much. and you'll see the problem go away.
Now, is it taboo in the locker room to talk about contracts if guys are holding out, or if they're not showing up to the voluntary camps? Is that something that guys talk about, or is that just taboo? It's a subject that's never discussed.
Well, it's one of your things, and rookies will learn early in the league that we have a saying: you mind your own land. You don't worry about anybody else's business. You take care of your business, because that's the only business you can control. In our locker room, we try not to talk behind guys' backs. If you're going to say something, you say it to his face. That's the respect you have to give a person as a grown man, and the same respect will be bestowed upon you.
Now, let's talk a bit about the Dallas Cowboys. Dez Bryant, a rookie wide receiver coming out, didn't want to carry the shoulder pads, said he didn't know the tradition. One, I find it hard to believe that a guy wouldn't know that tradition. I mean, even as a non-athlete, I know that tradition. And two, what are your thoughts on a guy saying, you know what, I'm a rookie, but I'm here to play football. I'm not here to carry your pads. I'm not here to do this or that. I'm here to earn your respect on the field.
Well, I understand it to a certain extent, but it's also, I'm a firm believer in kind of paying your dues. If everybody else had to do it, why not you? It's only shoulder pads. They're not asking you to go out and buy houses or buy cars for people or anything like that. It probably would have taken, an extra 2 minutes out of his day to carry the guy's pads in. But in the same respect, I understand when he says, I'm here to play football. But at the same time, you're here to earn your teammates' respect, because they're going to be the guys playing next to you. And if carrying their pads every now and again as a rookie is what you have to do, trust me, you have it on the light side.
Then talk about your rookie year.
Well, I had to buy Popeyes for every Popeyes chicken for every away game. I had to carry it on the plane.
Is that for your position or the whole team?
For my position.
Okay.
And I did the quarterbacks because they didn't have a rookie my year. And you not only do you carry your bags, you carry all the chicken on the plane and you serve it to them. And you buy it, and you have to get dressed within an hour and a half after practice is over. So it's pretty tough. I learned the hard way the first time. I got fined for being late to the bus. So you kind of learn a little system to help you out. You get some of the practice squad guys to help you out a little bit. And
you can pass it on to the practice squad, huh?
Hey man, I had to. I had other rookies. I needed their help. But at the same time, it's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to show Frank Gore. I wanted to show Moran Norris. I wanted to show those guys that I was here to be their teammate. They can walk with me down a dark alley. I'm going to have their back.
So they knew you by a first name basis at Popeyes by then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They knew me. I would call in the morning. They had my order ready to go.
You been picking on any of the rookies this season?
Not yet, not yet. We just kind of got started. I want to wait for them to get real tired and sore and let camp sink in a little bit. Then I think we'll start messing with them a little bit.